Alright, Bistork is ready. We're gonna go.
Once
lobby host. It's ready.
There
Yes! That doop doop doop. That doop doop doop. The countdown. You know, the
Has
doop doop
begun.
doop.
The do 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 do. Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun. Woo! Rock on! I said a 1, 2, 3. Have you ever dreamed, Yaku, that looks so fine that I really want to make you mine?
Are you trying to sell me an iPod?
No, that's an Australian rock classic there, but okay. Anyway, we're on to Ever Dream.
It's the iPod song to the rest of the world.
Oh, really? Oh, it's by Jet. It's a good one. But we now on to Ever Dream for this first match of this series. And spawning up in the top right, the Pink Brotos from Hong Kong. From the clan Bull Bull Bang, this is Bistork. And spawning in the bottom left, the Bluezerg from Vietnam, representing Game TV and the Far East Society. This is MeomaikA.
Yeah, fairly new pickup for that team. I do believe they're a new team as well.
Yeah.
Or at least new to StarCraft at the very least.
Yeah, I think they're new to StarCraft.
Yeah, I like how in their welcome tweet they basically said, "An insane Zerg player. He's gonna be creating chaos." And meanwhile, MeomaikA nowadays is just thinking, "Yeah, no, I'm just gonna play Walker. Yeah, I feel like I need to work on.
I'm gonna teach Sledge bad habits."
Exactly. That's a real victory, or not the real victory, I guess, but the real value you get when you pick up MeomaikA for your team.
Hey, less queens are made, pisser. But does seem to be this pretty standard macro play. Going for both these players, I think Mio might want to go for that quick third. Oh, Twilight Council from Bistork here.
This entire world has been flipped on its head. This entire scene, the players on them. But it is never too late for MeomaikA. There have been times in the past where it looked like he was going to play standard, but at the 7-minute mark, he just decides to send all of his queens across the map.
Yeah.
It's a little more common nowadays, but it's still, and definitely at the time when MeomaikA did it, not at all standard. It's just gonna act as a little bit of a deterrent.
Yeah, he has no Zerglings out to chase away this Adept.
Oh, he's not even making any links right now.
Yeah, he's being very greedy.
He is. That's a lot of drones, and you know what? This could work out pretty well for MeomaikA. He did see, or Bistork rather, did see the pool researching. And MeomaikA, of course, has a bit of a reputation behind him. If Bistork thinks that he's about to get flooded, MeomaikA is just gonna laugh all the way to the bank with this.
Oh, I know what this might be. I think it might be an early, No, he's marching the queens across the map. What?
Meo? Are you okay? See, this is always half the fun of casting MeomaikA. Just trying to figure out what he's gonna do. And in this case, we have to decipher it. He's marching every single queen, slow marching them. He did it fairly early in order to catch up. That lair is almost going to finish.
It's going to be finished. Aw, Kuro's laughing. Oh, that might be the butt. But no, it's just a Ling Flare. Wait.
Yeah. Whoa! It's gonna snipe the Warp Prism. That's what it's gonna be, Quirky. Bistork is not expecting this. 4 queens already, and they're starting to attack. Look at that anti-air range. But it seems that the Warp Prism is just barely gonna make it out of there. And there's Inspire.
Fire. Okay, so we did see this in the Dare ANZ Cup where Mio did like to go in quick qualities. 4 queens are still, hanging on the door here.
Making themselves useful. And without an armor tag, it does actually take a while to kill the queens.
Here's microwing now.
Oh.
3 queens right to dead.
But already targeting the high. Yeah. Turning down that high energy queen. And now there's just so much units back at home for Bistork to defend. Zergling's not quite getting this around. MeomaikA kind of being picked apart a little bit with the shades. He doesn't really know where to position himself. Let's see, 5 drones actually went down.
It's not too bad. And he almost killed the Warp Prism as well. And now the Fling Flood is here. Stargate going to be made here by Bistork to try and counter the mutas that might be coming in. And Mio, he is making a bank right now.
That wall is not a wall! And the Lings are right in the main. This is the MeomaikA we know. And the probe line is just getting completely annihilated. But they are in shield battery range. Not anymore, they aren't. Never mind. Meanwhile, back at home, Bistork actually putting in a lot of work with these adepts, but it looks like MeomaikA's defenses are more than sufficient here. The Mutalisk will just be able to clean out anything that the Zerglings weaken.
Yeah, forcing of Warpins at home is not going to be enough as more and more drones going down now. A nice block there.
That's not going to cancel. And MeomaikA is not done. Just look at the difference in army supply right now. The Lings are going to flood straight back in, and there is no anti-air.
This has been a topsy-turvy game right here. Mutas trying to kill so they can, but the splash damage. Phoenix is out, but these mutas are going to kill pretty much every single probe here.
Yeah, MeomaikA was not targeting the Phoenix. Now he is. And the extra Mutalisks. This might just be the final nail in the coffin. But you know what? Bistork, he's hanging in there. He wants to defy his fate at the moment. There's ever a way to turn this game around. Bistork wants to find it. And in the past, he has been able to do that. But yeah, it's not looking likely. GG is called. MeomaikA. This is the MeomaikA we were promised. We were a little worried, He might want to become more of a fundamental macro player, where is more fundamental sort of stuff. And he has quite a bit to an extent. But the old Meo, he can't run away from it.
Yeah. Just can't. Well, I think, as we see what our second map is going to be, it's going to be Nightshade. Okay, Yaku, you want to make that lobby? So,
hold on, let me just double check. Yep, Nightshade is allowed.
Yeah, but it did see that. Unfortunately, if Bistork had held the wall there, maybe it wouldn't have been such a devastating loss, and maybe it would have been able to handle the mutas coming in. But with that wall being down, you could see that Bistork wasn't necessarily prepared for the mutas when they came.
Oh yeah, just one adept there would have been enough to hold that wall, and the adepts would have been able to really put in the damage that Bistork was looking to do on the other side of the map. But the wall wasn't a wall. You gotta have your wall be a wall.
Yeah. Just getting in now. Cool. We are in. Countdown should begin. Once the players are ready. Once Yaku's ready.
Once the casters are ready. Once the
casters are ready.
Everyone back at home are
I
ready.
don't know.
Alright, players are in fact ready. Alright, all ready. We'll all float on.
Alrighty. So, Nightshade is a bit of a macro map. Don't generally... We do see a bit of cheese, but then again, so does every map.
Yeah, I feel like... Okay, go ahead.
But spawning in Nightshade on the bottom right-hand side. The Red Zerg up 1-0 up in the series. This is the cat himself representing the Far East Society. It is MeomaikA. And spawning in the top left-handed side, the Pink Protoss from Hong Kong representing Bobo Bane. This is Bistork.
Is about... We'll have to wonder what we're coming in to expect here. Nightshade, as you said, is quite a bit of a macro map, and I think the layout makes it so that in theory macro would be what most people go for on this map, but I feel like more recently at least a lot of Zerg players have gone for early pools or proxy hatches. Well, maybe not proxy hatches that much, but definitely a lot of early game aggression coming out from the Zerg and on Nightshade. Now I don't actually have the statistics to back this up, but
well, do you see the standard openers here? Nexus before core from Bistork and Hatch first from Meo. Now we'll have to see whether Meo decides to go for that quick spire again.
I would love to see more of that. As a fan of the... I'm actually not going to say it because I blow out my throat right now. Mealists are fun, is all I've got to say.
It's a fan of the what, Yaku?
You know.
The Demi-Muta switch?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That,
I
that
still
is
don't know
also
what you're
something
talking
really-
about.
Dubis Mutai!
Oh, yeah.
This guy tried to go for the diaphragm, but...
Well, it's not going to be 2 base mutas because they're going to be 3 base once Meo has the money.
Well, 2 base muta can happen on 3 bases.
Just ignore the 3rd base. Just
Exactly.
ignore it, Kappa. But it's going to be the Twilight Council opener again here from Bistork. Maybe he's thinking, you know what, I'll go collect the depths again. They did a bit of damage.
Yeah, and I like it. I like it quite a bit. I think as we've seen in the previous game, Bistork definitely knew what he was doing in the offensive end, but he just focused so much on that. He had basically every unit on MeomaikA's side of the map. So when the Link Fleck came, he 1, didn't have a wall, and 2, this is not a wall. This is not a wall. Bistork.
Yeah, he'll get his wall soon. Don't worry. He's not flooding rings.
If you say so. Okay. There's the wall. There's that wall.
You'll totally see Protosses build the wall, complete the wall around this time, Yaku.
Okay. I just got a little worried. I'm a little jumpy.
If it was a Link Flood, then you need to be a bit worried.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, going for the Roach Cone this time from MeomaikA.
Well, if there was ever anything to deal or that would do well against Twilight Opener, it would be Roaches. So MeomaikA playing a little bit more reactive here. I do quite like it.
Yeah, I like it as well. As now, MeomaikA, he's just droning up. Getting out, the 3rd base is up and running. It's not making a queen out of it yet. Gateway explosion, and the guys are about to finish, and I think Bistork here wants to go for it, but the roaches are coming out. 8 roaches on the way now. Glow reconstitution as well.
Yeah, we're gonna have to watch the Warp Prism for 1, and the rally on the roaches for 2. Yep. MeomaikA should be playing more, or should be prepped for defense right now. He is, in addition to his roaches, just spending his excess minerals on as many links as he can get. And he's posturing them. He does have a good creep spread here for defense. but the queen is a little bit exposed right now. MeomaikA deciding to focus more on the shade, but that shade does not complete. Bistork is going to have a pretty good time taking out this hatch, but he's not going to be able to take it out. That shade, it didn't go all the way, and it looks like MeomaikA has enough. He did get us around on these adepts, even though the Zerglings did get wiped out. And this has been deflected. Very, without that much difficulty here. MeomaikA didn't lose much other than his Zerglings, which he expected to lose.
Roach Speed is about to be done here.
And once that finishes, he can just chase these adepts for days. Or can he?
But the shade's almost complete. He's trying to kill most of them, but most of them do go back towards this third base. Spawn Roach is going to be in trouble. The Lings are coming in to help tank for these shots.
The injects were just so good for MeomaikA right now, so he has enough of that defender's advantage to pump out the roaches. But the drone line is going to be in quite a bit of trouble here. This is not the best location for roaches to be. Oh my king, that's an amazing location.
Yeah.
But the wall is not a wall again. Nice force field.
To the main. There's a nice force field. An Immortal is out. And 3 roaches. Oh, wow. That's the perfect amount you need here. It's going to start picking off some probes. That's now... Oh, these poor adepts going to get taken out. Oh, okay. But with 2 Immortals out. Yeah, but with 2 Immortals out, this is going to be very hard for MeomaikA push out on. But these 3 roaches have stayed alive for so long up, but now with the Warp Prism, they'll be able to help.
That was an excellent case or example of multi-prong pulling your opponent's attention, stretching it out. Those roaches should not have gotten that many probe kills, but when you couple it with battering down the front wall, it does a lot of damage. But now 3 Immortals and a heck of a lot of... Does he have charge? He does not, in fact, have charge.
No, he does not.
But this is still a very beefy gateway army. Bistork was looking to push out, but decided against it towards the end, as he didn't quite know what the status of MeomaikA's army would be. So just going to go for some Immortal drops. It is a fairly safe option. You get good scouting.
But with the army there, you can't exactly do much here. So he's just going to be forced to, you know, find a way in. I'm surprised Mio hasn't gone for any Ravages to try and, like, shoot it down. Oh, but now the Queen's army. Oh, he may have found his way into the main, maybe.
Oh, but he just is looking to get whatever damage he can get, playing a little bit cautious here at the edge of the main.
Good juggling. The shields.
That he does. MeomaikA has been able to. And yeah, just continuing to get whatever value he can. Oh, Bistork. His attention was elsewhere right there. Almost paid the price for it with his Immortals. But does what you
look at that army size coming out from MeomaikA. A lot of Lings, a lot of roaches.
Massive. Absolutely massive. How are the force fields going to look like? The Templar Archives has not quite completed yet for Bistork.
That is a lot of Lings.
That is what he needs.
Oh, but now his army is at the point he can go up onto this high ground.
And he is about to get sandwiched. Bistork does. Good force field there. Oh! Excellent force field. And the Guardian Shields are also in play.
But that is a lot of Lings flooding in. No targeting on the roaches as the Lings get the surround of the Immortals. One Immortal coming in from the rally point, but I don't think this is going to be it.
And this is what you gotta ask. Where is the splash damage for Bistork? There is absolutely none. The army supply just goes down like that. Snap of your finger.
Oh my god, the war pits aren't there. And now it's just 1 more prism, 3 Immortals in a dream here for Bistork. Just up, will lose 1 Immortal because he fortunately picked up the high health. Will have to cancel his 3rd. And now MeomaikA is in such a position to snowball this. Archon's on the way here. 3 in fact,
and
but the wall is not a wall, Yaku!
It is not a wall, and that Archon almost getting taken out. But now with the Archons out, this is exactly the position that Bistork wants MeomaikA to fight him in. But the Cyber Core does go down, and it opens the wall with it. There are only 2 Archons, and even the shield batteries are just rapidly running out of energy. The Biles fall from above. And this is not looking too good for our Hong Kong Protoss player.
Oh my god! These walls are such low health, but they are doing work against these Ravages! Gonna pick up here. Try and do as much as they can.
They are so low, the Immortals can one-shot them. Ooh,
He needs to pull the birds.
that juggling. But he does lose one.
Now it's just one Immortal and a Dream here. Zealots getting warped in. The Biles landing on the minerals.
Ouch.
One more Immortal on the way here. And Bistork is going to hold off this attack, but for how long? More army on the way here.
Another Immortal has finished from Bistork, and he is starting to chase us back. But MeomaikA, when you have this much momentum, it does not give that easy.
Alright, more Archons on the way here, but no, this is not going to be enough. The Lings getting surrounded, one Archon before he can get up. Nice, the Micro is there. Immortal getting picked up, the Archon trying to do as much splash damage as again. The Immortal, the Micro hit from Bistork is amazing, but now the army of MeomaikA goes up into the main.
36 kills this Immortal has on it.
Oh my god, that's a hero Immortal there.
That is a liquid hero Immortal, let me tell you. But at the end of the day, you have to look at the bottom of the screen and just look at that supply, that income difference. As much as this Immortal is putting in the work, it can't be the only one.
Well, the second Immortal has popped out. And look at what Mio's making.
2 plus 2 base Mutalisk. I can math.
Yeah. Yeah, when you do play Terran, and that does sound like Terran math.
There we go. Plus 2, absolutely. MeomaikA has decided not to potentially throw this game, and just gonna consolidate or regroup his forces.
Nice.
I think MeomaikA has realized that Bistork is so insanely behind that MeomaikA can do almost anything.
It is to go charge back in. Oh, the Immortals are gonna be out across the map.
Yeah, and not here to defend, but then again, I suppose it is better to have the Archons here. But there is also no Warp Prism. Where's the juggling gonna look like? What is the juggling gonna look like even? Ooh, the Biles should be able to hit both of them! And they do take out the Archons. That's GG. And after an insane defense from Bistork, in the end, it wasn't enough. I feel like if he got that Templar Archives just 30 seconds quicker, he would have had the Archons, he would have had the splash damage to deal with MeomaikA's attack, right? But
yeah,
fortunately, was what it was. He did micro his heart out towards the end, and that's something you always love to see. But wasn't quite enough.
Yeah, it wasn't, and you can see Bistork, he tried to get that early pressure out with the Glaive to Deaths, but here it was such on point with his defense there that Bistork couldn't really do it. And then once, you know, MeomaikA had that force set up, he just went forward. Warp Prism was out of position with the 2 Immortals, and then that was pretty much it. Sure, Bistork held finally, but wasn't enough, and Meo could just come back in and just win it.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're that far ahead, there's very few things that your opponent can do, or even you can do, and still not be at an advantageous position.